Hello everybody, look, Capricorn stellium for babies. That's going to be a part of my merch. And here is the one and only Forensic Astrology t-shirt. Get it together. I think I might move it into the middle, but I quite like this one on the side here. It's got a bit of red in it, the detective. So I am making my very own merch, not merch, it's clothing. I'm making a clothing line, Kirst by Kirst. These, I've bought all these, I've made all these. It's Australian, it's 100% cotton and organic cotton and biodegradable and everything wonderful for the earth. I'm doing babies' clothes because the babies at the moment and little ones are born with the stellium of Jupiter or Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, or a bunch of others. So Capricorn stellium would be popular, and I've got a couple of others too. But so I thought I would pop on and just show you a few different t-shirts. It's something that I really want to do, and I've been thinking about it for a while, but I don't want to do this like the this print on demand thing where you're going to see t-shirts below where I've just slapped a logo on, and then you're paying top dollar for a t-shirt that I'm paying top dollar for. Nobody's winning. It's just a mass-produced design. T-shirts are from China and stuff like that. I wanted to do it so I could locally source the t-shirts the way that I wanted them to be and look. And I've got a few different designs, and the printer who printed will print these on it properly. They won't, this is just transferred on at the moment, but they'll be printed properly, pressed on, that is local to me. So everything is sourced locally. It's not Chinese, it's not mass produced, it's not print on demand. And I have put in a lot of work in designing and doing all the things to get them right. So I wanted to do a video to introduce it. So it's going to be called Kirst by Kirst, and I'm only going to do a few different sorts of t-shirts and tank tops and a couple of other, and the baby clothes at the moment. And then if it becomes popular, if people like them, then absolutely I'll keep going. But otherwise I'm not going to just keep going with it, because it'll just be another thing that I have to do on top of the cases and the readings and the writing and everything else, which I love doing. I love designing, and I love the idea of making these t-shirts for subscribers and stuff like that. So I really hope it works. And what I'm going to do with all these shirts, because there's only one of each one, not all of them actually, a few of them, if you subscribe, like, and send somebody to the page and they subscribe, then I'll give away my t-shirts that I'm going to show you in a minute. So that's a nice little incentive. All right, let's have a look through them, and then I'm going to have a little astro chat. Okay. Let's go through a couple of things. Conquering Saturn. Now, the meaning behind this is if you've been through your Saturn return or some hellish Saturn transits, like I have, I even got them tattooed on my arm, you need conquering Saturn. Another baby's one, look. Oh, for a boy. Capricorn Capricorn stellium baby. Oh, so cute. Now all of these come in each other's t-shirts as well, so whatever print can go on a different t-shirt. Conquered. Saturn conquered. I'm going to wear this. I feel as though I've conquered him to a degree. To a degree, Saturn. You never fully conquer Saturn, because he takes you in the end. For the men, just a simple pocket with a sign on it. That's quite nice. Yep. My Taurus hubby is going to model that tomorrow. Any other Tauruses? That's big. They're all a bit oversized because if you're anything like me, you may be wearing pajamas a bit too much. Instead of pajamas, we can wear these big oversized comfy t-shirts while we're doing our astrology. Then we have moon. This is just a little tank top, but that can go on anything, on a t-shirt or whatever. 3 moons. So that's really pretty. Moon. And then I have my other persona, of course, apart from I can't get this right, my left and right. The criminal astrologer or forensic astrologer is better on a t-shirt. I am the horary astrologer, and this is a really pretty logo horary astrologer. This is in a tank top, and these are in t-shirts and different colours and stuff as well. So I think that's everything at the moment. So we've got a few babies things. Saturn, of course. Oh, I've got this one here, and I'm thinking that I might go a bit bigger with the logo. But we've got the solar system up there, and why is that not straight? It is straight, but I can't get it straight because I'm a loser. Astrology 24/7 on a long sleeved one, 100% cotton as well. And by the way, I live in a place where it's like 80 to 90% humidity, although I'm quite cold all the time. So if you live in a hot place, all these are going to be fine for that too. So yeah, that logo, I like this, and I like Astrology 24/7 too. I've got hemp bags as well, and they're going to have really cool astrology stuff on it actually. And then I am going to do a couple of Kirst by Kirst. I actually don't think that they're going to do as well as normal Zodiac clothes and more personalized things. I mean, you can always find clothes with, you know, the moon on it or the sun or whatever, but you're not going to find clothes like these. So yeah, keep an eye out on the channel and my Instagram, my website. I'm not going to run it through YouTube. I'm going to talk with my hands again. Oh, that woman must think that I'm just cursing you to buy all my stuff too. It's going to go onto my website through my horary astrology page on Facebook, Instagram under Kirst.y, Kirst E. Yeah, if anybody wants one of these ones, let me know. What I'd like to do is get an idea of who would want to order what. Now, I think I'll do a pre-order. But like I said, these t-shirts that I've just made, these one-offs, except for the horary astrologer one, which is for my daughter. Oh, I have one more. Mercury retrograde. And it's my other daughter's claimed that one already and is wearing it. So I'll have to show you that one tomorrow. It's really cool. So these ones, I'm going to run a competition or something and give them away. Yeah, I'm going to do that to try and get more subscribers. So there we go. I didn't know if you knew that when you buy merch on YouTube, you're often just buying it straight from some other place and not the actual YouTuber or the designer. Sometimes, not all the time. So I am doing it all myself with love, care, local products, everything, and organic and the works. So please consider telling me if you want to buy them, and when I put the link up, pre-ordering. Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, so just a little chat about an email that I received and subsequently looked on YouTube and saw a ton of, and that is this conjunction coming up of Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn and then in Aquarius. Now this has been called the Great Awakening, I believe, by people, and I've had a couple of emails where people are legitimately and honestly very concerned that it either means it's the second coming of Christ or that we're going to die. Now I just have to tell you straight off the bat, look, none of that's going to happen. This year has been very driven by a cycle that's been happening through history, the Pluto-Saturn cycle. Throughout all of the wars in time, Pluto and Saturn have been together or squaring or opposing or going around, and every time it makes an aspect to itself, it causes a war and upheaval, the Great Depression, all sorts of things. This year is very much, I mean, it's so Capricornian, it's not funny. This is the first time in a long time that Saturn and Pluto have been together in Capricorn, and it brings an upheaval like we wouldn't believe, and it brings fear. That's why this year is so damn scary. But everything that's going on, the president that's in the USA, our prime minister, everyone that's causing problems or trying to help, I can't really figure it out. I need you to understand that they're all necessary, because Pluto is destruction. Pluto with Saturn, so this year, when it began at the end of last year and into this year and all through this year, they came together, and Capricorn is structure and building structure, and Pluto crumbles that structure. It's like the tower in a tarot card. It falls down and has to break down in order to rebuild again. So the reason why we have Donald Trump and the idiot that's running our country and all of these other people is because we actually need the breakdown of society that we're going through, as scary as it is. Saturn itself represents fear and lessons and like so much. If I could tell you one planet to research more than any other planet, it would be Saturn, because it gives us so many answers and questions in life. So Saturn is building up this new structure. We are changing our boundaries, how we feel about leaving the house, and that's Capricorn, leaving the house, because Cancer is staying at home. So, you know, leaving the house is becoming an issue. We're all frightened, and there's fear and anger, a lot of anger everywhere. We're separating from family and friends, mainly friends. We're getting closer towards sort of family, but separating from friends. And it feels like, to me, that's because we have to let certain people go in order to be able to deal with actually what's happening to us. So the universe is saying, I'm breaking down in front of you in order to rebuild. It gives us COVID, it gives us the economic nightmare that we're going through, the businesses we've lost, the people that have been lost. It's all Saturnian and Capricornian, but the destruction is Pluto. And if that's Donald Trump or whoever, no matter what these people are doing, they are necessary, and they have to pull down this structure that we're currently stuck in. Otherwise, when everything moves into Aquarius, so when the conjunction occurs in Aquarius between Jupiter and Saturn, and I'm going to show you a couple of dates in a minute, because it conjuncts in Saturn, in Capricorn, at 29 degrees, and then it moves on and conjuncts in Aquarius as well. So it makes two very different conjunctions, which to me is the end of something and the beginning of something new. And being in Aquarius, it's one step beyond Capricorn, so it's not so fearful, it's more hopeful. So the things that were happening this year, last year, you know, the things that have been happening are going to end, and we will rebuild, and it will be better, although it's been very, very scary. So we can all sit there and go, it's not fair, and Trump shouldn't be president, and Trump should be president, and we're arguing with each other. You know, COVID's not real, COVID is real. It doesn't actually matter, because everything that's going on is 100% necessary in order to rebuild the world. And if we don't do that, then there'll never be any type of resolution. And moving into an Aquarian age, where we're getting rid of all this Capricorn stuff, so we won't need to be doing Capricorn stellium clothing. We'll be having Aquarius stelliums instead, with Jupiter and Saturn, and then other planets that pop around and hit those too. So it kicks it up a notch. It's not going to bring the second coming of Christ. I'm sorry to the people that want that to happen. I mean, I don't know if Jesus is going to come back, realistically. I couldn't tell you that he's not, but it's not an indication of that. It's an indication that we're moving forward, and that the breakdown of society actually has a beneficial outcome ultimately. We need to reassess everything that we're doing. We needed to stay inside. We need to come in. We needed the earth to repair itself, which it's been doing, and that is a Capricorn thing too. Capricorn's the earth. Even its mother Gaia is earth, I know, but Capricorn is the soil, and all the other planets are representative on earth. And when we went into our homes, the earth can start to repair itself, and so then that becomes the story of the Great Awakening, I think it's called, which is very amazingly so coincided with the astrology, and people don't even know that. So astrologically, in the future, the conjunction between Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter, I believe, will be known as the Great Awakening in astrological texts, which is really interesting to watch as well. So it is a great awakening, and yes, there's pain, there's death, there's fear, there's the ultimate fear. And at the moment, Saturn is moving to 29. Everything's moving to 29 Capricorn. So that's the most, the heightened critical degree of that time. So it gives the fear is intensifying, and everything feels a lot more scarier because it's built up to this 29 degrees. Pluto and Jupiter are popping in there and going to do their thing, and then all of a sudden it's going to move into Aquarius, and we're going to see a radical difference in everything. Now, I do not believe that we're going to have a war, not like World War One, World War Two, World War Three. There could be something that happens in terms of us having to make sure that ourselves and our families are safe and ready to stay safe, but that's a bit of an outside guess, really, for me. It doesn't feel like that's what's going to happen. It feels like this is very much happening how it's supposed to, as awful as it is. So no, I don't think the world's going to end. No, I don't think it's going to be the second coming of Jesus. I do think that our government structure, in every sense of the word, will break down. The Commonwealth is changing. That will change. I think Australia will let go of the Commonwealth and become an independent. I think America is going to change radically up into 2022 when Pluto does its full return. So there's a couple more years yet to go before everything's going to be a whole lot better. But the dates that I'm going to show you now, afterwards we really should start to see an improvement in everything around us. And if you're feeling scared and you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, day by day, it's all you can do. Just take it day by day, because the universe at the moment has a plan. And I think even if you don't believe in things like that, you could probably quite easily see that something's going on that is well beyond our control. So being fearful and scared is redundant to ourselves, and stress is not good. So what's the point in being fearful of something that we don't know what's going to happen? But I can say that something that I wrote, a study that I wrote years and years ago about this transit right now, I could see that there was going to be a big change, but it looked very, very positive to me. Obviously, I didn't know who was going to be in charge. I didn't know who was going to be running what countries. I knew nothing like that. This was about 1999, but I did see an economic breakdown and then a rebuilding of the economy as well. In America, if that takes Donald Trump, that's the universe throwing Donald Trump at people. And something interesting to me as well was, it's almost like the universe has gone, well, people aren't listening. People aren't really taking heed with what's going on. So let's chuck a person in the White House that people can't avoid, that they can't take their eyes off. Let's match idiocy with idiocy. I don't mean everyone's an idiot. I mean the people that are blind to what's going on, and racists and horrible, and bad people. Maybe if we put a person of his caliber in front of those people, they might actually go, something's got to change. So I think, for America and with Donald Trump, it's almost like a catalyst of showing people that are asleep that they need to wake up, because look what happens when you're asleep. So that's my feeling on it. I mean, I've been asked many times how I feel about Donald Trump, how I feel about wars. Is he going to kill everybody? What's going to happen? I just feel that he's a puppet in the universal play. He's just on a string. He's needed in order to break everything down so we can build it back up again. Same with our guy, and probably England and everywhere else. They need everything to fall down in order to be rebuilt. So just quickly have a look at these dates. These are some specific dates when the big transits are going to be happening, and this COVID stuff should start to finish. Bugs flying into my head. Yeah, so thank you for watching and having a look at my merch, and hopefully I will get to put up the shop soon. Oops. And then people can buy stuff. So thank you again. Anybody that I haven't emailed still, I'll be with you within the week, hopefully within the week. Okay. Bye. Take care. This is the ephemeris for 2020. You can get this on astro.com. You can get them for every year for 9,000 years. So January, and the day down here, and the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, all the planets along here, and then all the positions here. So I'm going to zoom down to December, and there's Jupiter and there's Saturn there. We can see Jupiter is, if you can follow this here, is at 26 Capricorn, and Saturn is at 28 Capricorn on the 1st of December. So like leading up to there, they're apart from each other. Okay, then as we move closer up here, Jupiter goes to 29 1 on the 15th of December, at the same time when Saturn is at 29 degrees of Capricorn. So that's an exact conjunction in Capricorn for those two. So I believe on the 15th through to this date here, which is the 17th, so just a few days, we're going to have that 29 degree pivotal Capricorn conjunction, which should show us the end of something. So the 15th of December, we should see a resolution in something. If it's not a resolution, it's the end, and it's going to be a big end and then a resolution. And I don't mean a bomb or anything like that, please don't fear. Just something unusual, something out of the blue, and then, maybe we'll find out about the truth about COVID. Exactly how it started and why it's so bad in some countries. There could be all different reasons. Jupiter is foreign countries and foreign affairs, and Saturn and those two together, it could definitely teach us why this has occurred. Then, just moving on, Jupiter moves into 0 degrees of Aquarius on the 20th of December, at the same time when Saturn is at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So up until the 24th, so Christmas Eve, they are both at 0 degrees of Aquarius, and then Jupiter starts moving faster than Saturn. So the conjunction's still there but moving away. So on the 20th through to the 24th of December, this is this is the awakening, or whatever it is that these people think on YouTube that's going to bring some miraculous change, or the second coming. I think that's what I can gather, is that it's this combination. But what I haven't seen them say is that there's a conjunction in Capricorn at 29, and then just a week later another conjunction in a completely different sign. So that's the end and then the beginning of something new, something better. So I think on the 20th of December, we're going to start feeling more hope. This Saturn has gone, the fear is going to go away. It's not going to retrograde back into Saturn, into Capricorn. So that Capricorn, Saturnian fear that we have felt for so long is finally going to go away. So that's the dates. This is an ephemeris. If you don't have one or don't know what one is, I highly recommend looking it up, because you can see the positions for every planet and the signs here up the top. It also shows you retrograde and direct motion as well. You'll see that through here. See, direct, retrograde, retrograde. So it tells you everything you need to know in these ephemeris, and you can get one for every year. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you again for watching. Take care, love you all tons, and please get more people to subscribe to me. Thank you, bye.